Yo, what's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. I just realized that this mic is a little bit low. All right, can you guys hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it a little bit low? Let me know. I don't know why the levels look a little lower. That's really, really weird. Huh? How about now? Okay. Well, I guess we can live with it. I wonder how much the audio levels changed. I never even noticed that until now. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. We got another late one tonight between the Phillies and the Rockies. The Phillies, they did lose last night. They had a 2-1 lead with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. And Jacob Stallings, the former Miami Marlin catcher, just had to spoil Jose Alvarado's parade. And he blew the save as Stallings would hit a solo homer to tie the game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. And the Phillies were to lose by a final score of 3-2 on the walk-off RBI single by Ezequiel Tovar, who ended up going 4 for 6 yesterday and had 4 hits in a row. The Phillies are looking to bounce back. They really are. They ended their 6-game winning streak, and now they got to start a new one. So they'll be taking on the Colorado Rockies, and they'll have to be going up against former St. Louis Cardinal Dakota Hudson, who has a 1-7 record and a 5.89 earned run average. He has struck out 26 batters in his 44.1 innings of work. The last time that he pitched, it was against the Giants. He went 4 2/3 of an inning. He surrendered 2 earned runs, had 2 walks allowed, and 3 strikeouts. He's not really a guy that's going to dominate the strike zone and try to get hitters out via strikeout, but what he will do is if he is on his game, he'll get the ground ball outs, and he'll be able to get guys to pop up too. But so far this year, he has not been his best at all. He's pitched in 5 games that he has started. He has only gone 5 innings or more one time. And now he is 29 years old. So he hasn't had the best year, and I know that pitching out in Colorado definitely does not help. The last time he did pitch at home against Colorado was when he also faced the Giants, and that was on May 7th. He lasted just 3 2/3 of an inning and gave up 4 earned runs, had 5 walks allowed, and 2 strikeouts. Aaron Nola, on the other side of things, though, has been really, really special for the Phils. He's been really, really dominant, and I think that this is going to be another game for him tonight where he just goes out there and he's going to be able to give it his all. Nola has a 6-2 record with a 3.05 ERA. Last time he pitched, he did allow 2 earned runs on the solo shots that were hit against the Nationals, but it's been really good overall. Did have 5 strikeouts in those 7 innings of work. Those were the only 2 hits that he did allow. All right, let's get into the live stream. Phillies are just about ready to start. Winds are blowing pretty high here. Dakota Hudson will take the mound. The Rockies are in their mountain green uniforms with the white. It's really a green and white uniform. They have the mountains on the front side over towards the chest area with Colorado stitched in the middle button. The D is right near the middle button. And the jersey number is stitched over towards the left side. White bottoms as well. And the Rockies baseball cap with a white top and a mountain. That's the logo with a Rockies saying in the middle of the logo. And then you have a navy green, I guess, back of the cap and a green front tip as well. All right, Phillies starting lineup for tonight. Hopefully we did a good job at describing that. Here comes Kyle Schwarber to the plate. Phillies are just in their gray tops, gray bottoms with the red letters on both the front and the back. First pitch to Schwarber, and that's taken outside for a ball. So the Phillies lineup is Schwarber, Stott, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Marsh, Sosa, Stubbs, and Rojas. No JT tonight. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch is a 4-seamer that misses high for ball 2. Kyle hitting .222 on the season with 9 long balls and 30 RBI. Doesn't hit a home run in quite some time. And the 2-0 pitch is in there at the knees for a called strike to make the count now 2-1. Hudson on the bump for the Colorado Rockies. What's going on, G Vanoots? How you doing? And the 2-1 is fouled away. It was a 2-0 count, and now it's a 2-2 count. So Schwarber has gotten a hit in 3 of his last 4 games. Last time he homered, though, was on May 6th. So it's been 19 days since he has homered. But we all know that he gets red hot in June. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hudson took some time off the mound very quickly. Rockies defensively. They got Chris Bryant over at first today. And the 2-2 on the way. Line drive hit out over towards center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. It just dropped right in front of Doyle. And Schwarber now with 4 hits in his last 5 games. 4 out of his last 5 games, he has gotten a hit, I should say. It's a good job by Kyle. So he's able to come through. All right, so once again, the lineup for the Phillies. It's Schwarber, Stott, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Marsh, Sosa, Stubbs, and Rojas. Here comes Bryson Stott to the plate in the first pitch. It looked a little bit outside, but it's a called strike. PAS, what's going on, man? Hello, JJ and Philly Freak Nation. Smash the thumbs up button, baby! Let's go. The ball is 1 strike to Stott, and the 0-1 delivery. It's a little bouncer that's hit back over towards the mound. Hudson had to come off and run towards home plate, but he flips it over to first, and Stott is retired. However, Schwarber does advance over to second base. And now here comes Bryce Harper. And, well, he had a lot to say from last night's game. He got ejected right after the top of the first inning. And his quote was that he was able to say, he said, quote, "It's a bummer. Man, I could have hit a double in the gap or homer, and the game's changed. I don't know. Just kind of bummed that it even happened because I don't feel like it should have." End quote. Comes Hudson with the pitch, and that time it misses. It was a curveball just outside at 79 miles per hour. There's Brian Walsh, who is the third base umpire tonight. He was the home plate umpire who ejected Bryce in last night's game. The pitch to Harper. Ground ball off the diving stop of Chris Bryant. It goes out to right field. Schwarber rounding third, and it'll come on in, and the Phillies lead it 1-0 in the top of the first inning. So Bryce gives the Philly fans a standing ovation, and Harper makes it 1-0 Philadelphia. So Bryant, who's playing over at first, could not make the diving stop, and they're going to rule that as an RBI single for now, as Schwarber does score. So he's over at first, Harper. Here comes Bohm to the plate, and the pitch swing and a miss. Alec has gone hitless in his last 2 games, and his average now is at 314. Was up to 350. 2 hits allowed by Dakota Hudson so far. And the 0-1 just misses low for a ball. Harper, that just raised his batting average to 283. Comment your final score predictions down below. Thank you all so much for tuning in, as always. And hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. The 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Good slider thrown by Hudson as it hit the outside corner. Kyle singled, and then Bryson Stott grounded out to Dakota Hudson. Advanced Schwarber over to second, and Harper would knock him in on an RBI single out to right field. 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Alec Bohm strikes out to get the second out of the inning. Is that why you can't sleep, Mike? JJ can't sleep. You were like, yo, JJ, I'm going to come on here and hit the like button because I'm going to try to go to sleep. Now you can't sleep. I blame it on me. It's my fault. 2 outs and a runner over at first. And Castellanos comes up to bat. He homered in last night's game, and the pitch, swing and a miss. His average now is at 206. He's slugging 206, 276, and 325. The ball's 1 strike, and the pitch from Hudson is laid off. Defensively for the Rockies, you got Stallings behind the plate tonight. Dakota Hudson on the bump. And the infield from first to third, it's Bryant at first, Rogers at second. Over at shortstop, it's Tavar. And the third baseman is McMahon. The pitch, that's taken outside and low for a ball. And then from left to right, it's Beck. Then you got Doyle and Cave. Cave is out and right. 2 balls, 1 strike. Throw back to first. And Harper gets back in there safely. By the way, Corey Seidman just posted a tweet. I wanted to make sure that we talked about that. But he said, quote, Harper and Bohm have combined for 84 RBI this season. 11 more than any other pair of NL teammates. The pitch. And that's fouled away. Chat police are here. Yes, sir. Love it. 2-2 is the count to Nick Castellanos. Batting in the 5 spot today. Harper leads off over at first with his Fanatic green batting mitt. Or base running mitt, I should say. 2-2 on the way. Line drive, and that's going to be hit into left field. Making the diving grab, though. And being able to make the catch is Beck. I think he caught it. Castellanos doesn't think that he did. And Harper came in to score. But, Beck got, it was a line drive double play. Jordan Beck was able to catch it just on the ground. He held on to it. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Beck got tangled up, too, and he was in some pain. But the inning does come to an end, so they rule it as a catch. That was a nice catch, too. So we go to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we go to the bottom of the first inning. So the Phillies were able to get an RBI single from Bryce Harper. I wanted to make sure I recapped that. Kyle Schwarber came in to score. Phillies later 1-0. Castellanos was robbed on a base hit by Jordan Beck, who was playing out in left field and was able to make a nice sliding catch. There were 2 outs, and that's what ended the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. All right, so Charlie Blackmon will be leading things off. It'll be Blackmon, Tavar, and McMahon that are due up. Those are the 1, 2, 3 hitters for the Colorado Rockies. Then you got Chris Bryant batting in the cleanup spot. Brendan Rodgers batting 5th. Jake Cave will be hitting 6th. Brenton Doyle batting 7th. Jacob Stallings batting 8th, catching behind the plate. And Jordan Beck is the caboose batting in the 9th spot. First pitch to Blackmon, and that's taken all the way for a strike. Charlie's average this year is at 226. He's the designated hitter. He's now 37 years old. The 0-1, that's chopped foul over towards the first base side, and the count is 0-2. Comment what your final score predictions are down below. The ball's 2 strikes. Aaron Nola on the bump for the Phils. Has his black leather glove with the baseball in it, and he gets set. Kicks, delivers, and the 0-2 is just fouled out of the glove of Garrett Stubbs. Could not hang on to it. Blackmon stays alive. Yep, it just popped out of the mitt. Stubbs was like, darn it. Got to hang on to it. So Blackmon lives to see another pitch. The 0-2 on the way, and that is spoiled foul. Dee says that her final score prediction is 8-2 Phillies. The ball is 2 strikes. Nola winds up and delivers. The 0-2 popped up and hit out towards left field. Marsh literally takes 4 steps over towards home plate, gets under it, and makes the grab. And long gone. Albert, what's up, man? 5-3 Phillies is your final score prediction. All right. Well, Aaron Nola has been really dominant over his last 2 starts. He did allow 2 solo homers against the Washington Nationals the last time that he did pitch, but those were the only 2 hits that he did allow. Tavar up to bat, takes the first pitch wide for ball 1. And the count is 1-0. The Rockies, coming into this game, are 14.5 games behind the LA Dodgers, who lead the NL West. The pitch, and that's fouled away. One ball, 1 strike. They're about 8.5 games behind the Giants, 8 games behind the Padres, and 6.5 behind the Arizona Diamondbacks. The 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss. The knuckle curve thrown by Aaron Nola. It's pretty deceiving. It was low. 1 out in the bottom of the first. Phillies lead it 1-0. Rockies up to bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nola kicks and delivers the 1-2. And there's a line drive foul over towards left field. And we'll do it again. What's going on, Snow? How you doing, man? What is good? Joby's here. What's up, Joby? Kenobi. You know me. See what I did there? 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Nola kicks, delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. He went up the ladder and had a 93-mile-per-hour 4-seam fastball to strike out Ezequiel Tovar, who had 4 hits in last night's game, including the walk-off RBI base hit in the bottom of the 11th. 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Ryan McMahon, who did not get the start in last night's game for Colorado. He did come in to pinch hit, though, later on in the game. And the pitch, and it was right down the middle, and it's fouled off. Crew chief for tonight's game. Well, let's get into that right now, shall we? Home plate umpire is Edwin Moscasco. Vic Carapazza is over at first base. Adam Hamari is the second base umpire. And Brian Walsh is the third base ump. He was the home plate umpire last night. 2 outs, bases empty in the bottom of the first, and the 0-1 to McMahon, swing and a miss. Nola got him guessing on the cutter. Mike says that his final score prediction is 12-4 for the Phils. Ryan's average is now at 298, is 9 homers and 30 runs knocked in. The 0-2 pitch, low and inside for a ball. Not a bad try for Nola to go with the cutter there. Just don't know if I would have put it in that same exact spot. McMahon, 29 years old, 18th in the league in batting average, and tied for 25th with home runs, but he does lead the Rockies in that category. And the 1-2 is fouled off. I think I got a little piece of Ryan McMahon, and he has to take a step out of the box. Beck, by the way, is still in there for the Rockies. In case you're wondering, he made a nice sliding catch to rob Nick Castellanos on a base hit, and that ended the first inning. And he looked like he was in some pain after he tried to attempt that slide. It was a great catch, but it took him a little bit of time to get up. 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan McMahon. Nola with his 15th pitch of the inning, and here it comes, and it's low. Nice job by Stubbs to block that pitch. JT has the night off for the Phils. I appreciate that, brother. 2-2 is the count. Nola gets the signs from Garrett Stubbs. Trying to work out of this inning. And the pitch. That misses inside, so it was an 0-2 count. Is now a full count to Ryan McMahon. McMahon has actually scored a run before last night. He scored a run in his last 9 games. And the 3-2 on the way, and that's inside for ball 4. So McMahon, who walked in last night's game, gets on with a 2-out walk here allowed by Aaron Nola. And here comes Chris Bryant to the plate. This is my issue with Nola, but I will give him his flowers when he's good. And you do. And maybe I didn't praise that the last time, but you do. You definitely do give him his flowers when he does a good job. Unlike other people. First pitch to Chris Bryant, and that's outside for a ball. So about 5 consecutive balls thrown in a row by Aaron Nola. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Nola, and that misses outside again. So Nola can't find the strike zone, and this was a problem that he dealt with a lot last year after he would get the first 2 outs, even in just the first inning. He would walk a batter, and then under pressure with runners on base, he just had a harder time delivering from the stretch. 2-0 pitch, and that misses way outside for ball 3. But part of the problem, too, is that, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but we've had people on here that have said that, getting reps with your catcher is really important. 3-0 pitch, and that misses outside for ball 4. So 8 straight balls thrown in a row by Aaron Nola. And back-to-back walks as McMahon will slide on over to second. And Brendan Rodgers is due up. And what I mean by that is, well, JT obviously starts, but Garrett Stubbs hasn't really had a lot of reps this year with Aaron Nola. And they got to get on the same page. So Blackmon was able to get out. Ended up lining out to left. Ezequiel Tovar struck out. McMahon and Bryant both walked, and here's the pitch, and that swung on and missed for a strike. The pitch looked low, but Rodgers went after it anyways. The ball is 1 strike. Nola's back with the runner over at second, and the 0-1. That misses outside and low. Rodgers hitting .260. Does have 1 homer this year. And 12 runs batted in. 23 pitches for Nola, and the 1-1. That misses again, low and outside. That knuckle curve just has been really off. And when he's on with that pitch, that changes everything. But when he's not getting the location, that can come back to bite you. 2-1, and he throws a fastball there. It was a sinker at 94 on the outside edge of the plate. Good pitch to throw. Smash that like button. Yes, sir. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryant at second, McMahon at first, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Phillies lead at 1-0 and the 2-2 on the way. Line drive back up the middle for a base hit. So McMahon's going to come on in to score. The throw over to shortstop is cut off, and the Rockies tie it back on an RBI single by Brendan Rodgers. Punch. Counter punch. Pitch that he threw, it looked like it was hanging knuckle curve just out over the middle of the plate. Rodgers got the green light, and now Jay Cave is coming up to bat. See if Nola can get out of this. He won't obviously get out of it unscathed, but Caleb Cotham is now going to go out there too to have a conversation with Aaron Nola. And, you know, I'm not trying to make excuses, but you also do wonder if the altitude also may play a factor with him on the mound too. Can't, like, rule that out of the question. I'm not trying to make excuses, but, yeah. We have runners over at first and third. McMahon scored, Bryant's at third, and Rodgers is at first. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the first inning, and here comes former Philly Jay Cave. Batting average sits at .271. He's a good fastball hitter when it's inside and low. He's batting .429 on inside and low pitches. The pitch, and that swung on and missed. So Aaron Nola decided to go towards the top of the zone. And Cave couldn't catch up to the four-seamer. It's 2 for 6 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position. The 0-1 on the way, swing and a miss. That knuckle curve looked really deceiving. Cave is the 6th man to come on up to the plate. And we're just in the bottom of the first. The ball's 2 strikes. Nola gets set at the letters. Winds up, fires the 0-2. It's upstairs. And remember, he was literally just 1 pitch away from getting out of it. There was nobody on with 2 outs, and it was an 0-2 count to Ryan McMahon. 1-2 is the count. Nola kicks, fires, and that time it's up high again for ball 2. Decided to go with the same pitch and throw it in the same exact location and caved in and by. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jay Cave, the right fielder for the Rockies. And the 2-2 on the way, and that spoiled foul. Decided to go with the knuckle curve. Jake is 31 years old. Started off his career with the Minnesota Twins, played with them from 2018 to 2022. Then came over to the Phillies last year and signed a contract with the Rockies this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners and the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Jay Cave strikes out to end the inning. Nice pitch thrown by Aaron Nola. It was low and heading towards the dirt, and we go to the bottom, or the top of the second inning. Excuse me. Rockies do tie it back on an RBI single by Brendan Rodgers. And we head to the top of the second. It'll be Marsh, Sosa, and Stubbs due up when we return to action. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button, everybody. Philly Freaks, what's good, baby? What's up? If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so as well. Yes, sir. Got money on the Phillies. Took my winner from the game versus the Giants on Derby Day. Added 2 to it to put 10 on Philly to make 14. There you go. There you go. Hey, JJ, I'm a little late. Oh, you're late? Oh, man, we don't take people that are late on here. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, man. Ugh. Armor Edition. Tardy. No, I'm kidding. I take attendance now. No, I don't. But what's going on, Armor? How you doing? Let's do it tonight. I agree. I agree with you, man. I agree. I want us to get the job done tonight. Last night left a bad taste in our mouth. It wasn't really a need to panic, but it was just like, ew. You know, they didn't score a lot of runs. The way that they lost, they shouldn't have lost that game. Stallings tied it up in the 9th. You thought that they had it in the bag, even though they didn't have the best day offensively. It just left a bad taste in your mouth. That's what happened. You never know what Nola you're going to get. Nola this year has been really solid. Overall, he's been pretty consistent. I know that we go to years past and we say those things, but besides the 2 homers that he allowed in the last game, the 2 solo shots, he didn't allow any more hits or any other base runners. So I have to look at him in a different light this year because he's not been the same guy that he was last year. He really struggled during the regular season. The 1-0 pitch to Marsh in the air, hit out over towards center field, and on the run is Doyle, and they'll make the grab just shy of the warning track for the first out. Tardy equals 30-minute timeout. No, I'm kidding. BAS is just joking. You're funny. You're very funny. So up to bat is Edmundo Sosa, who's been red hot for the Phillies. I'm still curious. Nobody asked last night as to why Rob decided to take him out and have Brandon Marsh pinch hit for him. First pitch was in there on the outside corner for a strike. Hudson kicks, delivers, and the pitch to Sosa in the air. Hit out to deep center field, and it's just going to be caught at the track just in front of the wall by Doyle. And Sosa was skipping over to first. He thought he had it. And there's 2 away. Man, oh man, hit it to a very deep part of the ballpark, too, and he thought he had it. It was just in front of the 415 sign, too. Man. Back-to-back flyouts to center field. Brenton Doyle going to work. And here comes Stubbs, and he takes a curveball just on the inside corner for a strike. Garrett just batting 103. He has 1 RBI, and it was literally on a drag bunt. The Phillies needed that in that game. That was against the New York Mets. The ball is 1 strike. 2 outs in the top of the second, and the 0-1 pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out towards center field again. Doyle, getting a lot of exercise, comes jogging in towards home plate, and he makes the grab. 3 flyouts in a row that have been recorded by Brenton Doyle, and Dakota Hudson gets out of the inning, throws a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second at Coors Field, 1-1 in Colorado. What's that clicking sound? I don't know. That might just be the mic. If that is a clicking sound, I don't know what that is. If that is the mic, then I gotta do something about it. Is it loud? My pen? No. Was it this? No. I don't know. All right. JJ's mind is at work, that's all. I don't know. I don't know what that clicking sound is. But if you hear it, let me know. Maybe it's the feedback of the mic. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on those notification bell icons. That way you'll know when I upload. Is Coors Field known as a hitting park? Yeah, because of the altitude out in Denver, Colorado. Mike says I don't hear a thing. Okay. Well, if you hear it again, put a timestamp on it if you can, and I will try to listen back to it when I'm done. Bottom of the second inning. If it was that, that was me. Doyle, Stallings, and Beck are coming up to the plate. We'll do a out-of-town scoreboard in the next half inning. Somebody put out a sign and says, flew 1,730 miles to see our Rockies. Go Phils. It's cool. And then there's somebody that had has a blanket, and they have Nola. What is that? Nola canola sprayed on it. Is that what it says? Nola canola? There we go. And the first pitch by Nola is a bouncer that's hit over towards the third base side. Nola is going to have to eat it up, and there's an infield single by Brenton Doyle. Doyle just put it in a good spot. It was bounced over towards the third base side. It was a little cue shot, and Nola just jogged on over to it, and now Bohm was playing pretty deep, or pretty much far back, over towards the third base side, and Nola cut out in front of him and didn't even make the throw. Jacob Stallings, who tied the game in the bottom of the ninth last night on a pinch hit solo homer, is up to bat. Throw back to first, not in time. Was it that clicking? I'm trying to look out for it. His average is at 311. He does have 3 homers and 13 RBI. The pitch, and that's taken low for a ball, and heading on over to second base is Doyle as he dives in there safely without a throw. Stubbs ended up bobbling it. And that's going to put a runner in scoring position. Good job by Doyle to get a good jump, and I think that even a good throw would have gotten him out. Nola threw 32 pitches in the first inning. And the 1-0 is taken all the way for a strike. Right down Broadway. Stallings hitting .286 with runners in scoring position, with 2 homers and 12 RBI. Anybody else hear the clicking? Let me know. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike at the knees. I think I know what it is, but I'm not totally sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Nola steps back over to second, and Doyle jogs back on over towards the bag. The pitch, and that's low and outside for ball 2. Nola in 65 innings this year has 60 strikeouts coming into today, with 18 walks allowed in 10 starts, along with a 6-2 record. 2-2 pitch, fouled off towards the right field side, and then it hit the plexiglass and bounced off the second section and went back into the first. That took a weird bounce. Over his last 9 starts, Nola's ERA is at 2.37, and his whip is at .92. The 2-2 pitch, and it's low for ball 3. It's 73 degrees out in Denver, Colorado. Pretty cloudy. We got a runner over at second. There's nobody out in the bottom of the second, and the 3-2 to Stallings. Line drive hit out over towards right field for a base hit. Here comes Brenton Doyle, who's going to round third, and he's going to hold his horses as the throw is cut off from Castellanos to Harper. And there's a single by Jacob Stallings as he goes the opposite way. The fastball was right down the middle, and Stallings kept his head down and was able to just shoot it out to right field. There's no chance anybody was going to catch it. That's going to put runners over at the corners. Five of the last 6 batters that Nola has faced has gotten aboard. And still nobody out. With Jordan Beck due up to bat, he's the 9-hole hitter. The leg kick and the pitch from Nola. Grounder hit over to second to flip over to shortstop. There's one in the throw to first, not in time. Scoring on the fielder's choice, though, is Brenton Doyle. And that's going to put runners over at first and third. So, that's just a runner over at first, excuse me. So Beck gets an RBI fielder's choice ground out, and the Rockies take a 2-1 lead. Man. And Jordan Beck able to beat that throw out by a mile. 2-1 Colorado, and the rain is coming down. Oh, I didn't see any rain in the forecast, but it's raining now out in Colorado. There have been storms that have been going on around the Midwest. And the pitch, it's popped up and hit out over towards the outfield grass, but Stott backpedals, gets under it. And there's out number 2. Stott does look up for a second. 2 away. And Charlie Blackmon pops out. Anyone in the bullpen? No. The rain is coming down pretty hard now. Ezekiel Tovar up to bat. 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and everybody filing out of their seats and trying to seek shelter. Or seek comfort. The pitch, and that's taken low and outside for a ball. And it is hailing over there out at Coors Field. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. A runner at first, and the pitch, and that's sliced foul. Does anybody hear the sound? 1 ball, 1 strike. Goodman is over at first base. Devar up to bat, and the pitch is up high for ball 2. Hunter Goodman came into play for Jordan Beck. They didn't say this, but Goodman is the one that got the fielder's choice RBI. 2-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Stubbs his throw over to second, not in time. And Stott says, maybe you want to take a look at this. So Beck was taken out of the game, and Hunter Goodman came on in, and Jake Cave slides to left. Let's see again on this throw, by the way. I think that Stott just was able to swipe him out. Goodman tried to get his hand in there. That's a close play. And the Phillies are going to challenge this. What's going on? Phillies are challenging this. So Goodman tried to dive into second base and steal second. And Stott, on a good throw by Garrett Stubbs, was able to tag Goodman on the left hand. But did his left hand just catch a piece of the bag, is the question. It was a great throw, a bang-bang play. And the umpires are reviewing this. It is raining out at Coors Field. If the call stands, it'll be a 2-2 count with the runner over at second. But the call was overturned. So Garrett Stubbs able to throw out a runner. And Rob Thompson high-fives Garrett Stubbs. Great swipe, too, by Bryson Stott. And we end the second inning. It's 2-1 Rockies as we go to the top of the third. So we got caught. How about that? Hunter Goodman is batting in the 9th spot. So Goodman had the RBI fielder's choice and got caught over at second base trying to steal. And he just came in because Jordan Beck made a nice catch. They didn't rule him out, or they didn't say on the app that he was out until Goodman came up to bat. And even on NBC Sports, yeah, wild. We got a $2 donation, baby. Nate Dogg, what's up? How you doing? Thank you so much for the $2 donation, man. I really appreciate that. What does he say? Let's go, Phillies. Let's go, Phillies, man. Good stuff. That's 6 calls now in this series overturned. 6 calls in 2 games? What do you mean 6 calls? These umpires suck. Kyle! What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man? Says go Phillies. Well, I appreciate you so much for being on here. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We're on our way to get to 2,600 subscribers. And would love each and every one of you to join the Philly Freak Nation. We go live for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. If there's a Philly sporting event, we're probably live for it. It's what we do when it comes to the big 3. All right. Yohan Rojas will be coming up to bat in the top of the 3rd. The rain has sort of, I don't want to say it's settled, but it has died down a little bit, the first pitch, and that's hit, that hits Rojas over towards the left elbow area. Hit him just on the, I think I just got a piece of the elbow, but nonetheless, Rojas got hit by a pitch, and he will go on over to first base. Kyle, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. You did see how many calls last night were overturned, right? Yeah, I kind of forget. Last night's game was not a fun one. First pitch, and that's taken low for a ball to Kyle Schwarber, who did single in the 1st. And they also scored a run. Hudson on the bump, gets set, and throws over to first, and Rojas dives back in there just in the nick of time. Mentioned before, but the last time that Kyle homered was 19 days ago. June is coming, though, in 7 days. The 1-0 pitch, it's low, and the throw over the second base to get Rojas. Not in time. He dives in there safely. And let's see if Bud Black is going to review this. I don't know. But it looked like it was a good jump by Rojas. And let's see again from the replay if he got in there. I thought he did. The throw? Nope. Yep, he got it. A nice jump by Yohan Rojas, and he's now in scoring position. So 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out. In the top of the 3rd, Rockies lead at 2-1. Dakota Hudson and Aaron Nola on the bump for both teams. Rockies will not challenge. And the home plate umpire says play on. Edwin Moscasco, the home plate umpire. 2 balls, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber and the pitch, and that's taken outside for ball 3. Phillies have a 6.5 game lead over the Atlanta Braves. Phillies also are batting .287 with runners in scoring position this year, and that's actually 4th best in all of baseball. 3-0 to Schwarber, and he takes it all the way for a strike. That was a good take. Three balls, 1 strike. Tying run for the Phils over at second. They trail 2-1 in the top of the 3rd out in Denver, Colorado. And the 3-1 pitch. Check swing. Did Schwarber go? And they say no. And honestly, the pitch looked like it was a strike on the outside corner. However, Schwarber does walk. So, he will be aboard over at first base. So Rojas got hit by a pitch, stole second base, and Kyle Schwarber gets on with a walk. Phillies have something cooking here. And Bryson Stott's going to come on up to bat, and the first pitch is just outside for a ball. Stott's average now at 257. 5 homers, 30 runs batted in, grounded out in the first, and he's looking for some redemption here against Hudson. The pitch, and that misses low again, and we're going to have a timeout called as Jacob Stallings wants to have a convo with Dakota Hudson. And timeout is called. Hudson has not gone 5 innings, or he's only gone 5 innings once this year. That's it. He has a 1-2 record against the Phillies in 5 appearances. And all 5 times, of course, he played them when he was on the St. Louis Cardinals. I said that he's only gone 5 innings once this year. In all 5 outings that he has pitched against the Phillies, he has gone at least 5 innings. All right, Stott at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 runners on for the Phillies over at first and second with nobody out. They trail 2-1, and the 2-0 pitch is bounced foul over towards the first base side. Looking at the score to see what the Eastern Conference final score is between the Celtics and the Pacers lead it by 12. Rojas at second, Schwarber over at first. 2 balls, 1 strike. The clock is going to reset. Couldn't tell who called for time. On deck is Bryce Harper. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Hudson gets set just above the belt. Kicks, fires, and the pitch. It's popped up and heading foul as it slices out of play into the third base side. It's 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time here on the East Coast. The Cardinals, Dakota Hudson's former team, they lead at 7-4 against the Cubs, who were batting for their final time in the top of the 9th. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. And here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive foul. It was a curveball that was low and inside, and Stott just got a piece of it to stay alive. Dakota with 35 pitches. The rain has settled down for now. Hudson looks back over at second, and the 2-2 on the way. Here it is, fly ball, and it's hit out over towards left, and Cave is there to make the grab, and there's 1 away. Cave was able to catch the can of corn, and Stott got it off the end of the bat. Just was not able to get it away from Jay Cave. Now here comes Bryce Harper. Harper is 8 for 9 lifetime against Dakota Hudson, and that includes tonight, in which he had the RBI single. Can he come through here? 2 runners on, and the first pitch to Harper. He takes a curveball right down Broadway for a strike. What's up, DFJ? How you doing, man? You know what to do. Drop that link down below. L host. Nah. What's up, man? The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch to Harper. It was kind of like a pitch out. It was up high, and Stallings got into a standing position. Aaron Judge just hit another home run out at Petco Park, and the Yankees lead it 2-0 in San Diego. The 1-1 to Harper, and that time it misses outside by Hudson. Two balls, 1 strike to Harper wearing his white batting gloves. And the pitch to Bryce, and that's a bouncer hit over to third base. Going to be a tough play, though, and the throw over to first is in time. However, the runners advance, and that does put runners over at second and third. So somewhat of a productive out, if you want to take a look at it from that positive perspective. But Harper not able to come through, and here comes Alec Bohm, who is hitless in his last 9 at-bats, and his average is down to 313. Was up to 350 before. Phillies could take the lead on a base hit, and the pitch to Bohm, and that's going to be bounced foul over towards the third base side. Alec in last night's game went 0 for 5. Lined out to center, grounded into a fielder's choice, and grounded into another fielder's choice. Lined out to right, and struck out. No balls, 1 strike to Bohm. A base hit could give the Phillies the lead. And the pitch, high and outside for a ball. Got the Oilers and the Dallas Stars playing tonight. It's all knotted up heading into the third period. What a series that's been so far. The pitch to Bohm, and that's popped foul just behind the plate, and Alec has 2 strikes on him. On deck is Nick Castellanos, the 27-year-old Alec Bohm at the plate. He stands at 6'5", weighs 218 pounds. And the 1-2 is taken low and outside. Hudson decided to go with a slider. He's 2 for 7 against Dakota Hudson. The 2-2 on the way. And that's popped up and hit out over towards shallow right field. Going to be a tough play. And making the sliding grab is Hunter Goodman. So Goodman able to come on in and make a nice catch. And the inning comes to an end. No runs. The Phillies got the first 2 men on base with nobody out. And nobody can score. Hunter Goodman able to slide in towards home plate and take away a base hit. It would have been a bloop single for Alec Bohm. And that's how we end the top of the third. Go to the bottom of the third. JJ, my friend, I'm doing well. Yes, sir. What's up, Jason? What's going on, DFJ? You didn't drop your link, my guy. You got to drop your link. It's good, bro. With all the money in these games, they should all be employed by the sport and schooled before they can make the pros just one job. Umpire and refs only job. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. I want us to get to 200 likes. And by the way, for those of you, okay, those of you that like the Cardinals closer, Helsley, well, I'm here to tell you, he has allowed already 3 hits and has already given up an earned run in the top of the 9th. It was a 7-4 game. It's now 7-5 with 2 runners on and 1 out. Mike Tauchman just got an RBI single. Just saying. I'm not saying that I don't want him. I know that he throws hard, but obviously guys have bad outings, but I'm just saying that he's not having a good outing tonight. His ERA, though, was pretty good coming into today. He had a 1.23 ERA and 24 strikeouts in 22 innings. I'm feeling good about this game. Well, overall, I'm feeling good about this team because they're over 20 games above 500. Glass half full, glass half empty. But I feel you about the game. I do. I feel you. From the bottom of the third, and the pitch, line drive hit over the glove of Alec Bohm out into left field for a base hit. And Marsh bobbled it for a quick second. And going over to second is Ezekiel Tovar. So, Brandon Marsh slipped up. And Tavar was just held to a single, but that's going to be scored as an E7 on Brandon Marsh. And Tavar takes advantage. Marsh was able to field the ground ball. He had to backhand it, and then as he was getting ready to throw, he bobbled it, went back over towards the baseball, picked it up, barehanded it, and he slid over on the turf. And that's how Tavar lands up over at second. Now it's Ryan McMahon, who walked his first time up against Aaron Nola. He is due up to bat. The pitch bounced foul. DFJ, you still here, my guy? McMahon walked in the first, and he scored a run. So he just mentioned. The ball is one strike. Nola gets set at the letters. Looks back at second and the 0-1, and that's inside for a ball. Phillies on a one-game losing streak. It's so over. You can't say that it's a streak if they've lost a game. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Ryan McMahon is bounced foul. Did it stop raining? It looks like it did. But it's hard to tell. It really is. It's not raining hard, I'll put it to you that way. McMahon at the dish. And the 1-2 from Nola, that misses inside for a ball. Ugh. McMahon lifetime against Nola is 3 for 18 coming into today. 2-2 pitch, broken back round ball, hit over towards the right side. Stott fields it on a couple of bounces, and the throw over to first is in time. The bat literally just ended up right in front of first base. That's how far the wood went. It's spliced up into 2, and going over to third base is Ezequiel Tavar. Man, that is a strong man. He is one strong guy. 1 out, and the infield playing in. It's 2-1 Colorado. Bryant at the plate, and the pitch is just outside. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. One ball, no strikes. Nola gets set at the letters, winds up and fires the pitch, and that misses again for ball 2. Didn't get the call that time. Tried to paint it on those corners, and it did not work out. Already, Jack Fritz from WIP says that the Phillies are going to lose this game. He said it feels like a loss. That's what he said. I don't want to put words into his mouth. The 2-0 on the way. Poked foul towards the right side, and then they'll find the seats. Oh, DFJ said that he had to answer a call. That's why he didn't put his thing in the chat. Excuses. No, I'm kidding. Bryant, this year, through May 24th, is hitting 180 with a homer and 6 RBI. 2-1. Bouncer hit back over towards the mound. Stott fields it on a bounce, and the throw over to first is in time. However, the runner from third to score, and Chris Bryant grounds out. That's going to be recorded as a 1-4-3 ground out. It deflected off the glove of Aaron Nola, who thought he had it. And if he did, he probably would have been able to get Tavar out at the plate, maybe. Could have had a chance. So it's an RBI ground out, and that makes it a 3-1 Rockies lead. And here comes Brendan Rodgers up at the plate. And the first pitch is taken for a ball. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Let's get to 200 likes, baby. Phillies are cooked. Bro, come on, bro. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. And that's taken at the knees for a strike. Yeah, they're not doing so good in this game so far, but they can turn it on at any time. And they've still been playing really good overall baseball. Rodgers did get a base hit in his first at-bat. And the 1-1 is taken on the outside corner at the knees for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. It's low and outside for a ball. And the count is now 2-2. Rodgers in the last game against the Phillies went 1 for 5. He is currently on a 3-game hitting streak. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 is spoiled foul. He has recorded the hit in 5 out of his last 7 games. Had those, he actually had 3 2-hit games during that span, including a couple against the A's on Wednesday. He had 2 hits against the Giants on Saturday the 18th and on Friday the 17th. The pitch. Wide for ball 3. On deck is Jake Cave. 3-1 Rockies, 2 outs, bases empty in the bottom of the 3rd in the 3-2 pitch. There's a grounder hit over to first. Harper has it and throws it back over towards Nola's way, who covers the bag and recovers over towards first base, and the inning comes to an end. An RBI ground out by Chris Bryant makes it a 3-1 lead for the Colorado Rockies, and we'll be back in just a few moments. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. That sounds like a TV series. What happened to the Phillies in Colorado? Looks like they left their offense in Philly. That sounds like a TV series. It really does. Sort of like, and I didn't want to bring this up, but now I'm going to open this can of worms. What happened to the Phillies when they went out to the desert last year in the NLCS? Maybe there should be like a movie that has the front cover of what happens in Vegas, but it's like what happened in Colorado. And you just have Bryce Harper and I don't know who else has been called in this series. Have to think about it. Kyle Schwarber, maybe. I don't know. Here comes Nick Castellanos. And the first pitch is taken all the way for strike 1. Dakota Hudson with 45 pitches entering into this 4th inning. His 47th is up high for a ball. What's up, Jaden? How you doing? Phillies hitters got to help out Nola. Yes, they do. 2 runs in 17 innings won't cut it. The 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball. Hit over to shortstop. Tavar fields it. Throws over to first. It's a strike. And 1 gone. Whew. It's Brandon Marsh's turn to come on up to bat. We just reached 200 followers on X, so that's pretty good. There you go. Go follow us on all the socials if you have not done so. Hit that link tree down below. First pitch is in there for a strike. Only lost 2 in a row twice this year. The first was against the Braves, and they also lost 2 against the Reds. The first time that they lost 2 in a row was against the Braves. And the second time that they lost 2 in a row was against the Reds. All right. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 offering is way up high for a ball. Phillies are out of energy. So far, they are. 2-1. That's on the upper third of the zone for a strike. Even count now at 2 apiece. Hudson gets set, kicks, delivers, and it's inside and low. Marsh tried to dodge out of the way, and he was able to do so. Three balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. And the payoff pitch, there's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. Cave settles under it, and he'll make the snag for the second out. Hey, I just saw the Braves get swept, the Orioles get swept by a team that was under 500 too. It happens. That's what happens in baseball. It's the name of the game, you know. Here comes Edmundo Sosa, and the pitch is taken outside for a ball to make it a 1-0 count. The pitch. Grounder hit over to shortstop and bobbled by Tavar, but he gathers himself and throws over to first. And the inning comes to an end. So another 1-2-3 inning, the second 1-2-3 inning for Dakota Hudson. Then we go to the bottom of the 4th at Coors Field. Yeah, the Cardinals are way better than the Rockies. But the Cardinals, again, they're under 500. And guess who beat them? Like 2 out of 3 times, I believe it was. Was it 2 out of 3 times? Now I got to double check that in order for me to gather my information correctly. I think that they actually played them in a 4-game series. But it just happens. That's all I know. You're going to lose to bad teams. That's just the name of the game. Okay? But how do you bounce back? 37 wins in 51 games. I'm not I'm not making excuses for the Phillies. But what I am saying is that let's not act like that they didn't win 37 games in a row. Or 37 of 51. Let's not forget about that either. 3 got swept. Give them 1. Don't lose the series. Yep. All right. So we're in the bottom of the 4th. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Let me ask you guys, okay? I know that we have a late night tonight. You guys are freaks for being on here. A 9 o'clock game on a Saturday night. You guys should be going out to the bar. You guys should be going out with friends. You guys should be doing things. But you're here. because you guys are Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. My question to ask you is, who do you think, who was your favorite player growing up? What did you like about your favorite player in baseball? What stood out to you about your favorite player? You guys are my friends. Oh, well, you're my friends too. You're family. That's different. You're all part of the family. If you subscribe to Play by Play with JJ. First pitch, and that's fouled off by Jay Cave. It's starting to rain again, it looks like. Or maybe it picked up a little bit more. Nate Dogg loves Bryce Harper. He loves his anger. The 0-1, and that's a low for a ball. I think I like his attitude. I like his energy. You know? Yeah, like his anger's a part of it, but I think that in totality, it's just the types of vibes that he gives off when he is hot. The pitch is down low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The J Cave. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Nola on the bump. The 67th pitch, here it comes. And it's in there for a strike. Adam loved Mike Schmidt. Why? Well, tell me why. I'm just curious. Cal Ripken. Why did you like Cal Ripken? What stood out to you about Cal? Like, be specific with me. If you can. If you can't think of anything, that's okay. But I wanna get to know you guys a little bit more, you know? 2-2 is up high again for a ball. He says, I loved Utley. I loved how he seems like a really cool guy. That crazy hit streak was fun. There you go. I agree. Next pitch, and that is sliced foul by Jay Cave. Great Jeffries. Larry's here. Not anger, intensity. Lenny Dykstra because he didn't give a you-know-what. Yep. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jay Cave. Nola lines up and fires the pitch, and it's popped up and hit over towards right field. Castellanos walks in towards the plate, and he'll grab it for out number 1. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Doesn't like the work ethic of Cal Ripken. Okay. Living in Japan, it is all Dodgers. I'm so tired of hearing about Ohtani. Well, guess what? Now you're on here, my guy. Now you don't have to hear about those Dodgers anymore. You get to hear about the Phillies, unless we play the Dodgers. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike to Brenton Doyle. The center fielder for the Rockies. Had an infield single his last time up. The ball's 1 strike. And the pitch is low for a ball. I always loved Mike Lieberthal growing up, says Armor Edition. I played catcher a lot, so now I just like catchers. Big JT fan now. Cool. Now that's a cool story. Did you play in high school? Did you play for a league? Or any type of league? The 1-1 pitch. And that's skied out towards center. Rojas jogs over towards the left side, or his right, I should say. And I'll make the catch over towards left center field. 2 up, 2 down on flyouts. And Jacob Stallings is coming up to bat. Roland was great, or Cal Ripken was great because he was consistent. Are you saying Cal Ripken or Scott Rowland? Chipper Jones only wanted to play for one team, and that's why he liked them. All right, the pitch. And there's a bouncer that's going to be hit foul over towards left field down the line. Ripken, got you. I always liked Dick Allen. Dick Allen, and Larry will tell you this, did not get a lot of love in the city when he played. But he battled. It is pouring out at Coors Field. They just showed an overview of what the weather looks like. The pitch. Bounced foul over towards third base. The ball's 2 strikes. We're just in the bottom of the 4th inning. And there are Nola already with 75 total pitches. Looking to get out of the inning. Nobody on. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 Rockies lead, and the 0-2 on the way, and that misses low. And outside for ball 1. Stallings is hitting .311 with 3 homers and 13 RBI up until yesterday. And last year, up until May 24th, he was just hitting .149. Didn't even have a homer and only 3 RBI. The pitch. Low again. Best fielding third baseman. That's why you liked Mike Schmidt. I liked watching Mike because he improved. I liked watching Mike improve his game until I knew I was watching absolute greatness. 2-2 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit, and Jacob Stallings just continues to hit off against the Phils. Brandon Marsh had to play it on a bounce, and Stallings comes through with a single. Is that his second hit today? It is. My gosh. 3 straight hits he has against the Phillies in this series. Sometimes you just have those killers, you know, that just do so well against you. And Stallings, I think, has slid into that conversation. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. It's a Hunter Goodman who came on to play out in right field. Jordan Beck, the left fielder, got hurt after making a nice sliding catch to end the first inning on what would have been a base hit by Castellanos. The 0-1 delivery. That misses wide for a ball. Jacob is over at first, is now 34 years old. Went to Brentwood Academy and the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. The 1-1 pitch. Good knuckle curve thrown there by Nola to make it a 1-2 count. Honestly, today, I don't know if it has to do with the altitude or if it has to do with just him. I don't know if it has to also do with the weather, but maybe that knuckle curve just hasn't been that solid today so far. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed on the knuckle curve. Perfect timing. It was low and away. And there's a strikeout to end the inning. That's just the second strikeout on the day for Aaron Nola, as he strikes out Goodman, and we go to the top of the 5th. That's actually the 3rd strikeout. I stand corrected. All right, top of the 5th. Phillies trail 3-1. More people that you liked as a baseball fan. Let's see. Ryan Howard was awesome until they found out that he pulled everything and played the shift against him every at-bat. But even when the shift happened, he still found ways to hit home runs. And I still thought that he was impactful. You know? Agree or disagree, I actually liked the shift. I did. I thought that it was a strategy. And if you have a really good power hitter up to bat, you get them out. If you can find a way to get them out, then tip your cap. If they don't hit into that shift, they just learn how to bunt or just pull it over towards the opposite side. I liked it. I know that obviously it doesn't enhance runs, but it's a strategy. Just like fouling at the end of a game in basketball is a strategy. Taking a knee in football at the end of the game is a strategy. Like, I don't like getting rid of strategy. I really don't. That's how I feel. But how do you feel about that? Mr. Dino. What's going on, Mr. Dino? Bryce Harper, because my family is basically a bunch of threes. My grandma has an older brother and sister. My mom has 2 older sisters. and I have 2 younger cousins. Now, that's cool. I like that. Mr. Dino, welcome on into Play-by-Play with JJ. Garrett Stubbs due up to bat, and he takes a strike. It was a slider on the inside corner by Dakota Hudson. Stubbs flied out in the second. The 0-1, and he got hit literally in the ankle. He tried to show bunt there, and the home plate umpire said that he did go around, and I thought he did, and Stubbs is like, what? That hit me. And I don't know if the Phillies are going to review this or not. It should be an 0-2 count. He went after the curveball, and I am interested to see if the Phillies are going to review this because it looks like Stubbs did show bunt even when the ball did hit him. Let's see. Yep, it hit him just on the back foot. I think he went. I do. Left the bat out there. Did he try to take it in a little bit? Yeah. But it's an 0-2 count. And the Phillies are not going to challenge this. I would be so hard to be around if we... It would be so hard to be around if we beat the Dodgers in the postseason. Yep. It's an 0-2 count. Hudson kicks, delivers, and it's just outside for a ball. Eric Bruntlett was your favorite. Wow, I never really hear that a lot. That's something that you don't hear every day. Eric Bruntlett. 1-2 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. It was a screamer that was hit past third base, and Garrett Stubbs gets on with an opposite field single to start off the top of the 5th. There we go. Good piece of hitting by Stubbs, too. And by the way, that's the first base hit by the Phillies since the first inning. Is that correct? The pitch on the way. That's fouled off. That is correct. Wow. Because Harper had the RBI single, and that was the last hit that the Phillies had. Hard to believe. It's an 0-1 count to Yohan Rojas, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Rojas shows bunt, and he tried to take it back. The pitch was low, and the first base umpire said that he did not go. And it's a 1-1 count. Dr. MP liked Nolan Ryan. He's just a boss. Always wanted the ball. Throw it down your throat. Big balls. Just a monster on the mound. Sounds like Ranger Suarez as far as his competitiveness. You know? 1-1 on the way. A swing and a miss. I did not get to see Nolan Ryan. Nate says I played college ball. Nice. Nice. Good stuff, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Yeah, I'll do out of town scoreboard in between the next inning, or when we go to a break. I promise I'll do that. 1-2 pitch, and there's a bouncer hit back up the middle, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. Stubbs able to advance over to second, though, on the ground out by Rojas. So it was fielded by the second baseman. And nobody was covering the bag, so Tavar wasn't even close to the bag. And it would have been really, really tough for Brendan Rodgers to just go over to second base. Comes Kyle Schwarber, who's up to bat. 1 out, and a runner at second, and the pitch to Kyle, swing and a miss. Actually foul-tipped it into the glove for a strike. But regardless, he's behind in the count 0-1. He did single, and he also walked and scored a run as well. He's looking to try to cut the deficit at least to 1. The 0-1 on the way, and that's taken low. Hudson has gone 4 1/3, has only allowed 3 hits so far. Last time he pitched, he allowed 5 hits in 4 2/3 of an inning. He's already at 4 1/3 right now. The pitch that misses outside for ball 2. And Stubbs is going to swipe third base with nobody covering the bag. How about that? Garrett Stubbs able to get a good jump. Or actually, yeah, it was literally thrown back towards the mound, and then he decided to go. So Stallings just, threw it back towards the pitcher, and Stubbs got a good jump. Nobody was covering the bag, and he was able to go. The 2-1. Fly ball hit out over to center field. Stubbs is going to tag up. The throw is drawn over to home plate. And Garrett Stubbs with the base running, able to make an impact as Kyle Schwarber gets a sac fly. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Man, Garrett Stubbs, give him credit, man. Stallings literally threw it back over towards the mound in between pitches. Stubbs was able to swipe third, and on the next pitch, Kyle Schwarber able to hit it out to center field. It was caught by Doyle, and Stubbs able to get a good jump and just score. Comes Bryson Stott, who showed bunt at the last second and takes a ball. Hunter Pence, that was a good one. Anybody remember Jamie Moyer? Of course I do. Love Jamie Moyer. Sorry I can't get to all of these. Steve Carlton and Tim McCarver. Good stuff. The 1-0 pitch and that grounded foul. I don't know why Stott wasn't running. I know it was a foul ball, but still got to run, man. Oh, no, I understand that he had the unassisted triple play, but I've never heard of, anybody say that Eric Bruntlett is their favorite baseball player. That's cool. The 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball drifted out towards left field, and it goes out of play. Do you watch the games on mute or with audio to bounce off the commentators some? No, I'm actually getting a feed from the commentators. They're actually talking in my ear as I speak. Nah, I'm kidding. I put the game on mute. I just like to mess around with you guys. Yeah. Phillies are losing to the Rockies. Old school baseball, yep. But now I watch it on mute. 2-2 on the way, and Stott will shoot this one out to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So a 2-out single by Bryson Stott, and he comes through, and the tying run is over at first base. I don't know why I played the bell there. Apologize about that. I usually don't do that. I like Raul Ibanez. He was one of my favorite Phillies for a while. All right, tying run over at first. And from one Las Vegas native to another, here comes Bryce Harper. Stott and Harper, of course, born in Las Vegas, Nevada. And were roommates at one point. Harper up at the plate. And the first pitch to Bryce, and he will slice that one foul. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Kathy. Shout out to Kathy, by the way. What's up, Kathy? The 0-1, and that's taken for a strike. Kathy Ann, what is good? Look at our mod squad. Look at our mod squad, baby. We love you, Kathy. And we appreciate you for always being on here. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Harper, and that's sliced foul towards the left field side. Phillies are down 3-2. Rockies have somebody warming up in their bullpen. Looks like it's Victor Vodnik. That's exactly who it is. I said the name, and guess what? The graphic came right up. Love it. The ball is 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And Harper strikes out, and the inning comes to an end. But the Phillies do get a run back on the sac fly by Kyle Schwarber and the great base running by Garrett Stubbs. We go to the bottom of the 5th at Coors Field. It's 3-2 Colorado. All right. I will be right back. All right. Yep. Thank you so much, BAS. I appreciate that. I think that you got to it first. If somebody's spamming the chat, you don't have to give them a chance. They're just trolls, a lot of these guys. So just hide them on the channel, But I do appreciate all your love and support on here for sure. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off. I need to take a sip of water, and I need to stretch really quickly. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well, please. Oh, Barney. All right, be right back. Man, we got somebody on here tonight. Appreciate you all so much for being on here. I really do appreciate that. Just gotta work a little bit harder. But I appreciate all the mods that are doing their thing out there. The ball is 1 strike and the pitch, and that's grounded over to first. And Blackmon just bounces it over to Bryce Harper, and there's 1 away. 175 people tuning in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well, and that way you'll know when I go live, baby. All right. I think that the trolls are done. I think that they're done. All right, so 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. And Ezekiel Tovar is due up to bat. The pitch, and that's taken low for a ball. It's only the 5th inning so far. This game was flying by so quick yesterday. Today it's like the total opposite. It's 3-2 Colorado, bottom of the 5th, and 1 out. The pitch, swing and a miss. Nola went with a cutter. He has 86 pitches tonight. And Tovar was certainly late. One ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is taken for a strike. Oh, that was a highlight. Nah, yeah, that was a highlight. 1-2 is the count. Nola kicks, delivers, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that's the 4th strikeout today from Nola. Boy, oh boy. Got him chasing after that pitch, too. And boy, did that look good. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And Ryan McMahon is coming up to bat. The pitch, and that's taken high, but it's a called strike. Huh, how about that? Can't believe it. The ball is 1 strike. 2 outs. And the next pitch is sliced foul. 186 people on here watching. Let's get to 200 likes, baby. Let's get to 200 likes. 0-2 is the count to Ryan McMahon. 2 outs. Base is empty. And the next pitch, and that's fouled off over towards the left field side, and it goes out of play. You think that the Saturday Night Trolls are done? Do you think that they're done? I think that they are. Nola kicks, fires, and the 0-2 is swung on and hit out over towards center field. Backing up is Rojas as he jogs over towards the track. And the catch is made for out number 3. Aaron Nola with a 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the top of the 6th at Coors Field. Now I'm going to be right back and take a sip of water. All right, if you guys are new to the channel, we need 30 more subs for us to get to 2,600. I appreciate you all so much for being here. It's a Saturday night, man. Come on. Y'all have better things to do, but you're on here because you guys are Philly freaks, baby. Freak Nation, what is up? What's good? Charge. It's the first time we played that tonight. You guys like that trumpet sound? Whenever we play that, just yell charge in the chat. All right, Phillies, let's go. Go to the top of the 6th. This is the inning for the Phillies to try to get some runs on the board. By the way, Tim Kelly just tweeted out a couple of minutes ago. It was actually reported by Just BB Media. He said, quote, Sixto Sanchez, quote unquote, has lowered his first inning ERA by giving up 2 runs in the first inning tonight. It now stands at a 19.50. The ball is 1 strike to Alec Bohm. And why are we laughing? Well, Sixto Sanchez was actually the guy that was a Phillies prospect that was traded for JT Realmuto, who was their catcher. It's a 1-1 count now to Alec Bohm. Hudson gets set, kicks, delivers, and it's inside for ball 2. Last time Bohm got a hit was on Wednesday. He had an 8-game hitting streak going for him. And the 2-1, that's lined into center field for a base hit. And just on time, Alec Bohm comes through, and the tying run is over at first base. Nice job by Bohm to start off the top of the 6th with a bang. If you guys want to donate, you're absolutely more than welcome to do so. Just hit that super chat button down below. We're on for almost every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. We do a lot of stuff on here. Casty up to bat, and he takes it low and outside for ball 1. He had his 6th homer of the season recorded last night. And that came in, I believe it was the 5th inning. He homered in the same inning as Edmundo Sosa did to put the Phillies up 2-0. And the 1-0 pitch is that is swung on and missed to make the count 1-1. One ball and one strike to Nick Castellanos. Hudson gets set. Kicks, delivers, and the pitch. There's a grounder hit over to third. This could be two to flip to second. There's one to throw to first. Got him. And around the horn, double play. And Castellanos looks over to LINKTREE to see if they should challenge this. But I think he's out by half a step. McMahon to Rogers to Bryant. I don't know. It's tough. I think that Castellanos is going to run back over to the first base dugout. And there's two outs, so they won't even challenge it. Well, you start off the inning with a base hit, and that's not what you wanted. Here comes Brandon Marsh. He did 0 for 2 today, and the first pitch is swung on and fouled by Marsh. Last time the Phillies had back-to-back losses was from April 23rd to the 24th, and that was at Cincinnati. The last time that they lost a series was against the Reds, and that was from April 1st to April 3rd. That was at home. The 0-1 was taken up high and maybe just a little bit outside for a ball. And the 1-1 grounder hit over towards the right side. Rogers has it, gathers himself, throws over to first, and the inning comes to an end. A leadoff single by Alec Bohm, and nothing to it. Go to the bottom of the sixth. Phillies have only scored 2 runs in this game so far, and they trail 3-2. Right. Round out over to second. What is going on here? What else do we got going on? Is there a billboard? Is that actually like a real billboard? Aiden Laporta posted an hour ago a billboard that says Philly wants LeBron. It's funny. That's really wild. They got this. It will be close, but the Phillies got this, says Tristan. What's up, Tristan? How you doing, man? What is good, baby? What is up? Probably a 1-point victory. A 1-point victory, okay. Let's talk about this Boston Celtics game. It's 110 to 106 with about a minute and 20 seconds to go. I don't know why it does like 8 seconds there. I can't actually watch the game. Are the Phillies hitters having poor at-bats? Yes. Yes. Yep. They're not doing so well at the plate. Pacers just got a big bucket. It's now 111 to 106. And Dallas, the Stars, that is, they beat the Edmonton Oilers 3-1. So I believe that series is tied 1-1. Edmonton took the first game, ended up winning 3-2 in a double overtime. So Nola on the bump, and he'll face Chris Bryant to start off the bottom of the sixth. Then the pitch is in there for a strike at the knees. Chris is hitting 177 with a homer and 7 runs batted in. The Celtics just tied it. It's 111 to 111 with about 39 seconds to go. About that. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch is taken all the way for strike 2. The Pacers had an 18-point lead, and that just got erased, and the Celtics just took the lead. The ball is 2 strikes. Nola kicks, delivers, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Aaron Nola strikes out Chris Bryant. 5 strikeouts for Nola. And that was a very big one there. Man, that was huge. One gone in the bottom of the 6th inning. Holiday just made an and one, and the Pacers called for time. First pitch, and that's in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. Pacers had a 109 to 101 lead with about 2:38 to go. And now the Celtics lead at 112 to 111. The 0-2, and that's fouled away by Brendan Rodgers. The ball's 2 strikes. Nola gets the signs from Garrett Stubbs. Pitch number 99 coming up. Here it is, and it's outside for a ball. Do you guys like the pitch clock? How do you feel about the pitch clock? I like it. I didn't know if I'd like it at first, but I do like it as a fan. 1-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. It'll stay in the yard, though, and Marsh jogs in over towards home plate, and he does make the catch for the second out. I love it, too. I love it, too. I think that it's a good thing for baseball. I like that the games move along a bit faster. And, see, that's why I'm okay with the ghost runners. I think that it drags on for a little bit of time when you play traditional extra innings. I do. But some people disagree with that. But I'm okay with it. I don't really like it. I like slower games to just sit back and enjoy. 2 outs, and we're in the bottom of the 6th. Then Jake Cave's up to bat, and the 1-0 is literally fouled off the net. And it lands over towards the third base side. I'm with you, but the game drags on. And I like cutting the fat off the bones. You know? But from a broadcaster, I like telling stories. Now, I can't really do that as much. You know, it's a little bit more timed. I still tell stories, but... The next pitch, swung on, hit out over towards center field, and Rojas is there to make the catch. And the inning comes to an end. Aaron Nola able to provide another good inning of work. We go to the top of the 7th. Phillies down by 1. It's 3-2, Colorado. All right, let's see what the score is now for the game. 112-111. 25.6 seconds to go. I'm usually not like this, but Celtics just called for time. Tatum missed a shot. Nembhard got the rebound. 7.1 seconds left in that game. Oh, my gosh. Pacers could win this. Oh, he lost the ball, and Holiday got the steal. Wow. Wow. Could you imagine an 18-19 inning live stream? Yeah, I would like that. Like at one point. Not if it's like a 7-hour game, though. Wow. Nembhard lost the ball, and Holiday stole it. And Drew Holiday just saved everybody's bacon in that game. How about that? Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when I upload. P.S. says, as a streamer, I love the Ghost Runner. As a fan, I can't stand it. Actually, it's the opposite. As a fan, I like the Ghost Runner. As a streamer, I don't like it as much because it makes me stressed on here, and I like extended extra innings. I'm the opposite with it. It's funny. Oh, man. Can't believe Nembhard lost the ball. All right. Go to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies are due up to bat. Edmundo Sosa will lead off the inning. And the first pitch is taken for a strike. All right, so Victor Vodnik is going to be pitching for Dakota Hudson. That's the second time this year that he's gone over 5 innings. And the 0-1 swing and a miss to make the count now 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes. And the pitch is up high for a ball. When did they start the Ghost Runner? It was the same year that they did all the rule changes after during the pandemic. 1-2 on the way. Check swing. Did Sosa go? And they say no over at first. Glad I did a last-minute insurance bet on the Celtics, says Tristan. I'm with you. I don't know if they're reviewing something or not. 2-2 pitch. There's a bouncer hit over to shortstop, and Tovar throws it on the run over to first, and Sosa is out. That's 2020. They started doing it in 2020. They had the 7-inning doubleheaders too, but then they brought back the 9-inning doubleheaders. So 2020, I believe, was the first year that they started the Ghost Runners, and that was the same year they wanted to... Yeah, they did the 7-inning doubleheaders that year, the Ghost Runners, and they also had the 3-batter rule too, and the universal DH. But now they went back to 9-inning doubleheaders, which I agree with. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch is wide for a ball. I liked it at first because I thought that if they were to go back to not having the pitch clock, then I would have been okay with 7 innings, but this is good with me. Called a stand, huh? 2 balls, 1 strike to Garrett Stubbs. There's like 1 second left in the Celtics game. The pitch to Stubbs, and that's taken outside for ball 3. They made it official rule in 2022. The Ghost Runner? The 3-1 pitch, and that's taken for a strike. But see, I thought that the Ghost Runner, that they tried it out in 2020. The pitch clock didn't come in until 2022. I knew that. 3-2 pitch, and that swung on, hit out over towards right field. And Doyle calls off Hunter Goodman, and will make the catch for the second out of the inning. So Holiday just made both free throws. There's 1 second to go, and I guess the Pacers had to call their final timeout. 2 outs, and here comes Cody Clemens, and he will pinch hit for Johan Rojas. Interesting. Clemens hitting .313. He has 3 homers and 10 RBI. The pitch. That's taken at the knees for strike 1. Good changeup thrown there. Let's get to 200 likes. If we haven't done so already, hit the thumbs up button, baby. And don't forget, if you want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to doing so. We only have 86 likes. Come on, man. We got to get that thumbs up button going. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clemens is 3 for 7 as a pinch hitter. He's 2 for his last 2. The pitch. That misses outside for ball 2. Interesting spot, man. Yeah, they tried it out in 2020 and 2021. Yeah. That sounds right. But then when the collective, that's what happened. The collective bargaining agreement was up. That's what happened. And they put that into the collective bargaining agreement. Yep. The 2-1 was taken up high for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch to Clemens. And he just takes it low for ball 4. That's the 3rd time in a row where Cody Clemens has been able to get on base as a pinch hitter. So the Celtics were able to snag Game 3, and they have a 3-0 lead against the Pacers. Wow. Without Halliburton, too. Nembhard at 32 points. And the Pacers have their backs against the wall. Wow. That is crazy. All right. So here comes Kyle Schwarber. Jalen Beeks, the left-handed pitcher, is getting loosened up in the bullpen for the Colorado Rockies. And Bud Black is going to make a pitching change here. So that's who's going to come on in. It'll be Jalen Beeks, and he will face Kyle Schwarber. See if Kyle can do something here and provide some damage. We have a pitching change, and the Phillies will be right back in just a few moments. Celtics were down by 18, and they came back to win Game 3. I can't believe Indiana gave that game away. I can't believe it. I thought that they had it. But nope. That's how sports goes, man. That's how sports go. Here's a question for you guys. For all you Philly fanatics that are out there, or for all you Philly freaks. All right? Best Phillies comeback ever. Ever. Let me know what your favorite Phillies comeback was. It could be a series. It could be a game. I liked the comeback that they provided against the Cincinnati Reds. And that was back in 2009, I believe. I think it was 2009. It was, what's his name? Why am I blanking out on his name? Somebody hit a grand slam. It was, oh my gosh, he was an outfielder for the Phillies. Cody Ransom. Cody Ransom had like a grand slam, if I'm not mistaken, in that game. And then Howard hit the walk-off homer off of Arthur Rhodes in extra innings. That was my favorite comeback. How about you, though? What was your favorite comeback victory that the Phillies had? Or if you're even not a Phillies fan, favorite comeback victory for your ball club? Here comes Jalen Beeks. Hit the thumbs up button again. Don't forget about that. Absolutely. Down 7-0 against the Cubs for Harper to end it with a grand slam. That was cool, too. That was really, really cool. 1990 versus the Dodgers, says Chris Adams. Describe that game to me, because I was not alive to see it. First pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball to Kyle Schwarber. That comeback against the Mets was a good one, too, from the 07 and 08 one. That was a good one. The 1-0 to Schwarber, and that's taken outside for ball 2. 2008 against Broxton in the NLCS. I was there for that, in person. That was nice. I liked that as well. That's in my top 5. 2-0 pitch. Grounder hit in between the first and second baseman out to right field for a base hit. Stopping over at second base is Clemens. And Kyle Schwarber comes through. How about that? So Schwarber able to find some daylight over towards the first base side. It got between Bryant and Rogers. And Kyle Schwarber, that's his third time today that he has gotten on base. Here comes Stott and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh boy. Went with the cutter. That was Jalen Beeks. And, well, Bryson Stott is 1 for 3 with a single back in the 5th inning. The 0-1 on the way. And that's lifted out over towards shallow center field. Tavar says he has it. He backs up and he'll make the catch. And the inning comes to an end. No runs. 2 men left. Let me go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-2 Colorado. The Rockies will have 7, 8, and 9 due up. All right. I want to do trivia. It's trivia time. Bottom of the 7th inning, baby. Come on. Bottom of the 7th. It's time for your Philadelphia Phillies trivia question of the day. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. And if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Then we'll get back into our comeback conversations. I like that. Comeback conversations. That's cool. Let's do this one. Okay. Mike Schmidt was drafted by the Phillies in which round of which year? Which year's MLB draft? Mike Schmidt was drafted by the Phillies in which round and which year for the MLB draft? Anybody know? Year and round. Give me a year and give me a round that Mike Schmidt was drafted by the Phillies. Anybody? A year and a round. 1970, round 2. The year was not 1970. It was round 2, though. So you got one correct. 1978, my dad says. That's incorrect. And round 2 is correct. 73. No. Somebody say it? Nope. 74. So Cody Clemens is playing out in left field for the Phillies. 71. That is correct. 1971, round 2. Good job. Good job. '71, round 2. That's when Mike Schmidt was drafted. Here's Sir Anthony Dominguez on the mound. First pitch was fouled off, and the second pitch was fouled off. So it's no balls, two strikes to Brenton Doyle, the 7th hitter for the Rockies. You were, but the ball is 2 strikes and the pitch. Ground ball, and that gets underneath the glove of Bryson Stott. It goes out over towards right field, and Doyle gets on. It was pulled over towards that right side. Stott just could not handle it. It got underneath his glove, and not a good play by him. I don't think that they're going to rule it as an error because he didn't make any contact with it, but he should have had it. Definitely should have had that. It was an 0-2 count, too. So a runner gets aboard, and it's Brenton Doyle. Here comes Jacob Stallings, and the pitch is taken low, and that's going to get away from Stubbs. Going over to second base, and advancing was Doyle. He actually stole second, so he didn't even go over to third. They roll it as a single for now. Yeah. That should be an error, though. And that's going to be recorded as a wild pitch. We got a runner in scoring position. Rockies lead at 3-2 against the Phillies, just like last night's final score. The pitch by Dominguez, and that's in there for a strike. My favorite was the 1979 game versus the Cubs. I watched all the highlights of that one. 23-22, and it was a 10-inning game. And I think that Schmidt had, 3 homers in that game? Is that correct? The 1-1, and that's up high and outside for ball 2. So Clemens is out there in left field. Let me make sure I get that correct. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dominguez kicks, delivers, swing and a miss. He went with a 97-mile-per-hour heater that was outside. It was 1971. Joby got it. Joby got it, man. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Marsh goes over to center. Clemens is out in left. And Casty stays in right. The 2-2 pitch, and that's taken low and inside for a ball. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Let's get to 200 likes. We're at, how many we at? We're at 101. That means 123 of you have not hit the thumbs up button. The 3-2 on the way. On the outside corner, called strike 3 to Jacob Stallings. And Dominguez able to get the first out of the inning. Nice pitch thrown there, too. Jojo, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. First pitch to Goodman is taken inside for ball 1. Hunter Goodman, hitless in 2 at-bats. Did have an RBI fielder's choice ground out, though. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got fooled there. So has anybody else heard that feedback that the person that was on here earlier was complaining about? Anybody else? The 1-1 on the way. It's outside for ball 2, and Stubbs not able to throw it over to third. Guess who got a good jump there? Well, that's going to put a runner over at third base. And was Doyle able to come through? Man, he is fast. He's 2 for 3 today. The pitch, swing and a miss. Anyone got a website to watch it on? Well, why do you think all the people are on here? Because they probably don't. Well, not everybody. Some people actually do watch it on TV. Let me get that straight. 2-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball taken down low for a ball. Three balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch coming up to Goodman right here. Dominguez gets set just above the letters, and the payoff pitch. Bouncer, and it's a little cue shot, and Stubbs will throw it over to first. It was hit over towards the third base line, and Stubbs did a good job at fielding it, throwing it over to first. The runner from third decided to stay put, obviously, so there's 2 outs. So just a little cue shot. Stubbs, honestly, it's not an easy play. You got to take off the mask, get up from the squatting position, and just run on over towards the line and make a beautiful throw over to first. That was a strike that he just threw. Charlie Blackmon, who's had a lot of success against the Phillies, will chop the first pitch foul. Only 1 homer for Charlie on the season. He's 0 for 3 today. Interesting story about him. As the 0-1 is grounded over towards the right side. Stott has it. Harper recovers towards the bag. And the inning comes to an end. Rockies not able to get anybody home. They leave a runner stranded, though, over at third. And the meat of the order due up for the Phillies when they return. So for those of you that don't know, actually, Charlie Blackmon, it is an interesting story. His nickname is Chuck Nasty, it's spelled Nazty. Okay. Charlie is 37 years old. Okay. He was originally touted as a pitcher. But he really just in college really struggled with pitching. And during a summer, he actually went to the Atlantic Cape Cod League and actually was founded by a guy who was actually the hitting coach of the team that he played on. And he said, you know what, you're a really fast athlete. Like, if pitching doesn't work out for you, you may be a really good hitter. And so they had him play out in center field. They had him try out different, positions because pitching wasn't really going so well for him. And he was like depressed. He had like all these, people that were touting him as a pitcher. And he found something that he was good at. And guess what? A guy that's now 37 years old. He's had an incredible career. 216 career homers, 767 career RBI, and already at 1,700 hits in over 1,500 games. So, what's the moral of the story? Well, sometimes you anticipate something that's going to get you into a certain spot, and you never know what's going to happen. And that journey took him for a ride, and here he is. And he's still playing at the age of 37. All his life, he was told that he was going to pitch. And he had to change. But he also had that support, too. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce Harper. And the next pitch is bounced foul. Beeks on the bump. 7 total pitches. And the 1-1 is fouled off. Harper decides to go without the batting gloves. It was good without the batting gloves, man. I don't know how he rocks that, but he does. The 1-2 pitch. That's up high for ball 2. Schmidt had 3 homers as well as Boone, and Cubs Kingman had 3 as well in that 23-22 game. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Harper strikes out, and the Phillies are down to their final 5 outs. Man, oh man. Cousin David, how you doing? Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it very, very much. Ta-da. You got it. Here. Yeah. Do you mean to say good article or good story? Because it is really interesting. Justin Lawrence is warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Jose Ruiz now getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. And he will pitch the bottom of the 8th. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell, baby. Al Bohm up to bat in the first pitch, swing and a miss. Alka's just 1 for 3 today. 25 more subs, so we got to 2,600. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to do so. Just hit that super chat button down below, and any donation is a plus. The 0-1, that's trapped foul. No, admiring Harper's fingernails. Well, yeah, he looks good without the batting gloves. You know what I mean? It's not so much about the fingernails. It's just more about the hands. You know what I mean? Like he can. Some people, and I'm not gonna call anybody out. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but some people it just doesn't look as clean. You know, like Evan Gattis was good without the batting gloves. You know, they can rock that. The 0-1, and that's fouled off. Hunter Pence too. He was good without the batting gloves. The ball is 2 strikes, and the pitch. Grounder hit back over towards second base, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time by Rogers. 2 up, 2 down. Harper strikes out, and Bohm grounds out over to second. This goes to show that any team in the majors can beat you. Yep, it does. Good things tend to happen when the Phil's bats get to hit against relievers. Yep. I think he means that Harper's in good hands. I like that. Castellanos up to bat. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Casti had his 6th homer in last night's game. And the 1-0 delivery is swung on and missed. Count is even at 1 apiece. And the pitch from Beeks is taken down low for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. I said I was going to do an out-of-town scoreboard update a while ago. I didn't do it. And the pitch. Grounder, again, hit over towards Rogers' way. And he gobbles it up, throws it over to first, and the inning comes to an end. Another 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Rockies up 3-2. All right. So let's take a look at the out-of-town scores, shall we? We'll do that right now. So let's go over the final scores. Well, we'll do that second, actually. The scores right now, the Guardians are up 4-3 out in Anaheim. And the Guardians are looking to get their 35th win of the season. As they're in the bottom of the 7th, the Yankees are shutting out the San Diego Padres 4-0. And then the Marlins are out in the desert, and they are down 3-1 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And then, of course, the Philadelphia Phillies are down 3-2, heading into the bottom of the 8th. And those are all your score updates right now. As far as the final scores go, we'll start off earlier today. The Cincinnati Reds were able to take care of business against Walker Buehler, and the Dodgers ended up winning 3-1. Dodgers are now 33-21 on the season. Cardinals won it, and they were able to hang on. They won 7-6. It was a rocky 9th inning for Helsley, but Cardinals get their 24th win of the season, and the Cubs now fall to 27-25. Red Sox lose 6-3 to the Brew Crew. And then the Kansas City Royals were able to beat the Tampa Bay Rays out at Tropicana in extra innings by a final score of 7-4. Oakland only held the Astros to 1 run today. And Mason Miller, that is able to get his 10th save of the season. They ended up winning 3-1. Nationals also won 3-1 against the Seattle Mariners, and the Pirates beat the Braves 4-1. Twins had a 2-run advantage against the Texas Rangers. 5-3 was the final score there. In Chicago, it's the northern side of Chicago. The White Sox, they lost 5-3, to the Baltimore Orioles. Giants beat the Mets 7-2, and the Tigers hosted the Toronto Blue Jays and won 2-1 against Jose Barrios. All right, the pitch, ground ball, hit over towards shortstop, and the flip over to first on the run is not in time, and Ezequiel Tovar able to beat out the throw by Edmundo Sosa. And Tovar just continues to do some damage against the Phils. It was backhanded by Sosa, and it was a good try, just you're not going to be able to get that guy out. It's going to be really, really tough, even with a good throw. Took a bounce, and Harper even did a little split there. Ryan McMahon up to bat. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Jose Ruiz on the mound, by the way, for the Phillies. We'll get to his stats in just a few moments. The ball's 1 strike to Ryan McMahon. And the pitch is outside. Tovar in this series is 6 for 8. Or 6 for 10, I should say. The 1-1 delivery. That's up high for a ball. Taken for ball 2. Daniel Bard is not available for the Colorado Rockies. So he will not close the 9th inning. He's on the injured list for them. The 2-1 offering. Fouled away. Their closer has been Justin Lawrence. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the throw back to first. Not in time. I'm surprised the Phillies can't score that much, even if losing. It's usually a high-scoring game at Coors Field, too. Reverse jinx. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Ruiz struck him out. Ruiz versus Ryan McMahon, and Ruiz won that battle. And a big strikeout there, too. One out in the bottom of the 8th. Chris Bryant due up to bat, and he takes it low for a ball. Phillies will wrap up this 3-game series tomorrow afternoon. The game will begin at 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, low. Ruiz gets set above the belt, and the next pitch, that's on the outside corner for a strike. Good curveball thrown by Jose, a Venezuelan pitcher for the Phils. Was on the San Diego Padres, the Chicago White Sox, and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Is now 29 years old. Throw back to first, and Tavar gets back in there in plenty of time. He was an international free agent. He started his career as a catcher. And then he actually converted into a pitcher during the 2016 season. The 2-1, low and outside for ball 3. The Padres would then add him to their 40-man roster right after that season. And he was called up to the Padres after playing for Lake Elsinore Storm. And it was on July 24th of 2017. Next pitch, that's fouled off, and the count is full. During that debut, he had a scoreless inning, striking out 1 and walking 1. And his first strikeout recorded was against Yoenis Cespedes. The 3-2. That's a low for a ball. And, well, a 1-out walk issued, and that's going to put runners over at first and second base. Bryant able to get aboard, and Tavar slides on over to second. Yoenis Cespedes. What a wild career he had. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies are in a predicament right now. First pitch is in there for a strike to Brendan Rodgers. It's 11:35 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. The 0-1 pitch inside. One ball, one strike. 1 out and 2 runners on. The pitch. A 95-mile-per-hour fastball just at the knees for strike 2. Phillies, of course, playing at Coors Field. It opened in 1995. The stadium has a capacity of 50,144 people. It's more than the bank. Started off at 46,897, but 50,000, that does include standing room. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? And they say yes, he did. Over at first base, and Rodgers is down on strikes. 2 gone. Yep, he did go. Ooh, boy. Two outs, and we're in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the pitch is up high for a ball. The J Cave. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. According to CityCast Denver, they say that because the air is thinner a mile above sea level, baseballs travel roughly 9% farther than at any other stadium. So there is an exact science to it. The 1-1, and that's fouled away. Justin Lawrence getting loosened up in the Rockies bullpen. And the 1-2 is up high for ball 2. I didn't know that it was 9%. I thought it was actually a little bit more. But, 2-2 pitch to Cave. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. Clemens on the run, and he just makes the catch. He almost overran it. And he was able to get there in the nick of time. Wow. And we go to the top of the 9th. Man, that was game-saving. You can catch your breath after that. Top of the 9th inning. It's 3-2. Colorado leads it by 1, and Justin Lawrence is going to try to shut the door. Wow. Phillies have a lot of work to do. I lived in Denver. I'm disappointed in the Phillies. I'm no fan of the Rockies, but this team is going to put up a good fight. The Phillies have a lot of work to do. I knew that there was going to be a little losing streak, you know? That's what happens. It's baseball. Rizzy, it's real. I was there, thought I was dying. Yeah. Tristan says, bet on the Phillies. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. 218 people on here watching. Did we get to the 200 mark yet? Let's get to 200. And don't forget, you're more than welcome to hit that super chat button, too. We're also working on getting 2,600 subscribers. I grew up in the Rockies, loved playing at places at lower elevation. Only 106 likes? Come on, man. We gotta get over to 200. It's a long season. The good news is that they're 6 games above the Braves. Good foundation. Let's get to 200 likes. Come on, man. We have work to do. Mod Squad, do your thing. I don't understand why this isn't loading. It's like every new video I have, it just doesn't load. 221. All right, here we go. Brandon Marsh will start off the top of the 9th. And the pitch is up high for a ball. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. 92 of you have not done that. 1-0 is the count. We're in the top of the 9th, and the pitch is outside for ball 2. Phillies are in the top of the 9th. They trail by 1. Jalen Beeks. They say that Beeks is on the mound. As the graphic, and the pitch is outside for ball 3, so he still is out there. I'm curious as to why. Lawrence was warming up. 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch to Marsh, and that was up high. Should have been called ball 4, but it's a strike called. Keep smashing those like buttons, baby. 3-1 pitch, and that's low for ball 4. And here comes, Brandon Marsh was able to work on with a walk, and now it's Edmundo Sosa's turn. And Bud Black is going to make a change. Charge! And Justin Lawrence is now going to come on into the ball game. Here we go. Hit the thumbs up button while we're in this little break here, baby. 90 of you have got to hit the thumbs up, baby. I know a semi-pro MMA fighter that moved to Denver because he said He said, what did he say? What did he say? He said when he trains at Mile High and then goes to sea level, he feels like Superman. I feel that. I'm pressed. I didn't mean to bet on the Rockies. Well, it is what it is, my guy. All right, keep smashing that thumbs up button, baby. And keep hitting that subscribe button as well. Come on, Phillies. Plug boy Johnny. Here's Johnny. I'm not going to do that again. The Shining. What a movie. I've actually seen it. Here's Johnny. What's up, Johnny? How you doing, man? Thanks so much for coming on here. Freakish behavior, guys. Freakish behavior. A Saturday night at 11:42 p.m. Eastern Time. You're tuning into a Phillies Rockies game in Game 53. This is Game 53, baby. Come on. Wow. That deserves rewards. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We got 262 people on here watching, only 116 likes. Give you this content for free. All you got to do is just hit the thumbs up button. What uniforms tonight? The gray and reds. Edmundo's clutch. Let's see if he can be clutch here, baby. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Top of the ninth. The runner over at first, and that's the tying run. J-Law is coming in. Throws sidearm. Has a 4.79 ERA. He's just 2 for 4 in save opportunities. Does have 20 strikeouts in about 20 2/3 of an inning. And 14 walks allowed as well. Drop the like and drop the sub. Phillies, vamos. Vamos. Let's go, baby. Vamonos. Yes, sir. All right. Edmundo Sosa up to bat, and he's going to face Lawrence here. First pitch to Sosa, and that's taken for a strike. It looked a little bit low, but it's a called strike. Edmundo is 0 for 3. Flied out to deep center field his first time up and just missed a home run. No balls, 1 strike, and the 0-1 is outside for ball 1. Stubbs does wait in the on-deck circle. Interesting to see if the Phillies are going to keep him in there regardless of what happens here. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Line drive hit out over to right field, and that's in there for a base hit. Rounding over to second is Marsh, and he's going to go over to third. The throw's cut off. Marsh to the plate, and he's safe. He dives in there safely. And Edmundo Sosa with an opposite field triple to tie it up 3-3. How about 3 comebacks in the last 6 games for the Fightins in the 9th? And this time it's Sosa. It was bizarre as the first pitch to Stubbs is swung on and missed. Goodman could not get it out in right field. It went all the way towards the corner. And I don't think he bobbled it, but I think that he sort of misjudged it. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. Here comes Sosa. He'll jog in to score, and the Phillies come back and take the lead in the top of the 9th inning, 4-3. Stubbs able to punch his ticket out to right field, and he comes through with an RBI single. Oh, boy. And the Phillies having a parade at Coors Field in the top of the 9th. And now it's Cody Clemens' turn to come on up to the plate. Still nobody out. Lawrence kicks, delivers, and the pitch to Cody is fouled away out towards left field. And now Twitter is going off on my phone. The third comeback in the 9th inning in 6 days. That's impressive. Strom getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen. The 0-1 to Clemens, and that's chopped foul. And by the way, that's the third blown save by Justin Lawrence. And his ERA is going to continue to go on up. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 delivery, swing, and a foul ball. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. 73 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. 173 of you, I should say. And the Rockies have somebody warming up in the bullpen. The 0-2 is outside for a ball. So in case you're just tuning in, the Phillies were down 3-2. And they led off the 9th with a walk, allowed by Jalen Beeks. Justin Lawrence came in, gave up an opposite field RBI triple to Edmundo Sosa to tie the game. And Garrett Stubbs had an RBI single to give the Phillies the lead. The 1-2 on the way. Broken background ball hit over to second. The flip over to shortstop. There's one. And the throw to first, 2. A double play. So Clemens grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. And Kyle Schwarber's coming up to bat. With the bases empty. Stubbs does get high fives in the dugout. That's his second RBI on the season. Strom is loosening up in the bullpen, Steven. All right. So Schwarber up to bat. He's gotten on base all 3 times today. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk. And he takes the first pitch wide for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch is low for ball 2. Phillies could definitely use some insurance here. Garrett Stubbs, man. Who says that he's not clutch? Hit the thumbs up button, baby. The 2-0 pitch. Line drive into right center field for a base hit, and that's going to go all the way towards the wall. Schwarber with his speed jogging over to second base, and it's a 2-out double by Kyle. And let's just continue to ring that bell. Why not? 3 for 3 for Kyle Schwarber. And he hustled over to second base. Gave it everything that he had. And we have a pinch runner now for Schwarber coming on in. And the pitching coach is going to try to talk things over and try to calm Justin Lawrence down. A Schwarber. Yes, sir. And now Bryson Stott is coming up to bat for the Fightins, who have come all the way back from the dead. They were down 3-2 with nobody out in the top of the 9th. Took a 4-3 lead. Oh, did I not finish a sentence there? I was going to say that that's his first 3-hit game of the season, I believe. I wanted to double check that, but I didn't have that on me. Bryson Stott is up to bat now for the Fightins. Stott, Harper, and Bohm have each gone 1 for 4 today. And the pitch is taken outside for a ball. Stott lifetime against Lawrence is also 1 for 4 against him. The pitch, and that's inside for a ball. I stand corrected. He actually did, yeah, that is his second 3-hit game of the season because he went 3 for 3. It was against the Pirates, and that was back on April 13th. 2-0 to Stott, inside and low, and guess what? Lawrence can't find the strike zone. Pressure coming to him. 16 pitches in the ninth for him, and he didn't even start off the inning. It was Jalen Beeks. 4-3 Phillies. The 3-0 to Stott, and he takes it outside for ball 4, and that's going to put runners over at first and second base. More pressure, and Bud Black is going to pull the plug. And we have another reliever coming in for the Rockies. Wow. Good stuff. Come on. Let's keep it coming, baby. Let's do it. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. 300 people on here tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. And Bryce Harper is due up to bat. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up or to hit the subscribe button as well. Let's get the 200 likes. 300 people on here watching, and we have 135 likes. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to do that, too. My name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ on here. And I've been calling Phillies games for a while on this channel. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey, and I started this channel back in December of 2022. Graduated from Rowan University with a sports broadcasting degree, and this has made a Philly freak out of me with a capital P and a capital H. And if you're a freak as well, guess what? Welcome on into the party, baby! This is what we do. At 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time, we go live for a Phillies. We'll also do a Sixers or an Eagles game. Or maybe if you have a sporting event, maybe we'll call your sporting event if you're in the Philadelphia area. That's just what we do, baby. Come on. We're psychos. We're freaks. We're people of all different shapes and sizes. We are weird animals. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, top of the ninth. Phillies lead it 4-3. They were down 3-2. They tied it up on an RBI triple by Edmundo Sosa and took the lead on an RBI single by Garrett Stubbs. Now there's 2 runners on and there's 2 outs. Proud Phillies freaks here. Love it. Well, I'm a Rockies fan. Well, thank you all so much. Oh, maybe Mr. Ancreate. God, oh boy. You're not a Rockies fan. The first pitch is taken down low for a ball. John Curtis is on the mound for the Rockies. He has a 4.58 earned run average in 19 2/3 of an inning. And the pitch, swinging and a miss. I was going to say, whoa, you're not a Rockies fan. Even if you are a Rockies fan, welcome on in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, baby. What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Curtis gets set just at the belt. 2 runners on, 2 outs, and the 1-1 to Harper. Fly ball hit out over to left field. It's going back towards the track. Goodbye, baseball. Up-o taco for Bryce Harper. The Philadelphia Phillies with a 5-run 9th inning and now lead it 7-3 on a 3-run blast by Bryce. Unbelievable. The comeback kids do it again. And that pitch was outside as well. Harper thought maybe it was going to hook foul, but it just went out of the yard. Here's Bohm at the plate. The pitch, line drive down the left field. Line's a fair ball, and Bohm's going to jog on into second base. And there's another extra base hit for the Phils. They just keep adding to the fuel. And the Rockies cannot put out the fire just yet. My, oh my. So back-to-back hits for the Phils. And now the ninth man to come on up to the plate. It's Nick Castellanos. The pitch to Casti. Line drive it out over to right field, and that's a fair ball. Bohm rounding third. He'll come in to score. 6 runs in the ninth for the Phils. Casti trying to go to second, and he's out. He is out at second base, trying to extend a single into a double. However, the Phillies lead it 8-3. On a 6-run ninth inning, they were down 3-2. And we ring the bell as we go to the bottom of the ninth. So that's an RBI single by Castellanos as he's out at second base. Good throw, too, made by the right fielder, Hunter Goodman. All right, bottom of the ninth. Keep the thumbs ups going. Under 39 likes. Let's get to 200. We're at 139. I need a sip of water, baby. Unbelievable. What a game. So glad to came on to listen to a late one. I can't believe Bryce went the opposite way. This is why you don't toss Bryce, says somebody on Twitter. 17 more subs until we get to 2,600. Appreciate you all so much for being here. If you just subscribed to the channel, if you joined the play-by-play with JJ family, comment who you are down below, man. This is more like it. Where are the people that said that the Phillies weren't even going to win? Where are they at now, bro? Where are they at? Come show yourselves in the chat. Where are y'all at now? And it still ain't over. I'm just saying, but where are they at? Spencer Turnbull is going to pitch the bottom of the ninth. That was supposed to be Matt Strom. There he is. There you go. What's good? Is this skeleton? You were one of those people. I'm saying you got to play all 27 outs, my guy. That's how it goes. The comeback kids do it again. JJ calling him out. I have to. And the game ain't even over yet. Casti was out trying to extend the single into a double to end the top of the ninth inning. All right. So Bohm still over at third. Good job by him to score there, too. Pache is now out in the outfield. We're in the bottom of the ninth. A different type of a ball game compared to a half inning ago. Turnbull on the bump. Gets set, kicks, delivers, and it's fouled away. Pache playing out in center now, and Brandon Marsh slides out over to left field. No balls, 1 strike. Turnbull on the bump. And it looks like Nola won't be charged with the loss. No balls, 1 strike, and the 0-1 is low for a ball. First 8 innings, the Phillies had 2 runs on 6 hits. The 9th inning, the Phillies scored 6 runs on 6 hits. The 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss. Rockies fans in disarray and shock. Doyle is at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with 3 stolen bases, 2 singles, and a run scored. The 1-2 from Turnbull, swing and a miss, and there's 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth. So Doyle, that was a tough out. He goes down on strikes. And Jacob Stallings, the Phillies killer, is coming up to bat. 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. And here comes Stallings. And Goodman waits in the on-deck circle. It's all good, is this skeleton. You are forgiven by me. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it still isn't even over yet. Anything can still happen. Stallings is 2 for 3 with 2 singles today against the Phillies. He tied it up in the bottom of the ninth last night. And the next pitch to Jacob Stallings is in there for strike 2. just at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. Turnbull gets set just above the letters. Winds up. And fires. The 0-2 misses low and outside for a ball. It is midnight on the East Coast. The game got started at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time. 9 more likes so we get to 150. Let's get to 200. 200, come on. 1-2 is the count. Turnbull kicks, delivers, and the next pitch is fouled away as it hits the back of the net. One out in the bottom of the ninth. Phillies lead it 8-3. They scored 6 runs in the top of the ninth inning. I asked what the best comeback ever was. Is this the best comeback ever on this stream? The next pitch, swing and a miss. 2 straight strikeouts for Spencer Turnbull, and the Rockies are down to their final out. All right, here comes Goodman, and the first pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Goodman, 0 for 3 with a fielder's choice, an RBI, a strikeout, and a ground out. The pitch on the way, outside and low. It's really more outside, but regardless, it's a 1-1 count. We got to 150. 50 more to 200. Let's go. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. And the Rockies, they are down to their final strike. Spencer Turnbull, who started off the season in the rotation for the Phillies, and he's now in the bullpen. He's looking to close out the 9th inning in a non-save situation. He has struck out 2 batters in a row. Can he strike out the side? The 1-2 from Turnbull. Here it is. Swinging a fly ball. Hit out over towards left center field, and that's going to bloop in there for a single. Marsh bare hands it. And, well, Goodman able to keep the Rockies alive. And now Charlie Blackmon is due up to bat. Blackmon 0 for 4 with a fly out, a pop out, and 2 ground outs as well. Rockies still down to their final strike. Turnbull gets set, kicks, delivers, and it's inside and low for a ball. Advancing over to second on the defensive indifference is Goodman. Blackmon's average has been down this whole year. 1 ball, no strikes. Turnbull kicks and delivers from the stretch, and it's bounced foul over towards the first base side. And that's going to even the count at 1 apiece. Phillies looking to get their 38th win in 53 games. They are 2 strikes away from shutting the door. The 1-1 pitch inside for ball 2. Turnbull with 16 pitches in this inning so far. He struck out the first 2 batters that he faced and then allowed a bloop single to Goodman, who's over at second on the defensive indifference. Blackmon at the plate, the 2-1, and that's fouled away. And the Rockies once again are down to their final strike. What a story it's been for Spencer Turnbull and the Phillies on a turn of events. The 2-2 pitch, low for ball 3. Full count here. On deck is Tovar. Turnbull looks back at second. Now back to the plate. Back to the second again. And the payoff pitch. Fly ball hit out to right field. It's going back towards the track. It's off the top of the wall. One run's going to score. And Charlie Blackmon is going to cut the lead in half. It's now 8-4 Phillies. He was hitless. And another Phillies killer able to come through. That thing was just a few feet from getting on out of here. Wow. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. 47 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. We want to get to 200. That's Blackmon's 600th career extra base hit. Unbelievable. And now time called on the mound. So Turnbull and all the infielders are going to rally together on the mound. And the Phillies still trying to find a way to get that last out. They say that the last out is the hardest out to get. And Strom is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. An RBI double for Charlie Blackmon. And Ezequiel Tovar is up to bat. And the pitch to Tovar. In there for strike one. Ezequiel is 2 for 4 tonight. Has had a good series so far. The Phillies looking to try to get him out and shut the door. The 0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. That sweeper was a foot off the bag. And once again, for the third time, the Rockies are down to their final strike. Turnbull trying to put them away. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 to Tovar. Check swing, did he go? It was outside and low, and they say no. Man, oh man. That was just held up. And not by much. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch, low and outside for ball 2. Turnbull definitely was not even close to that spot there. Two balls, 2 strikes, 8-4 Phillies in the bottom of the 9th. Rockies down to their final strike. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Spencer Turnbull able to close it out for the Phils as they come back and beat the Rockies 8-4. And ring the bell, Philadelphia, as the Phillies win and come back and beat the Rockies out in Denver, Colorado. The 17th come from behind win on the season for the Phils, and that's the most wins out of all the major league teams. Garrett Stubbs gave the Phillies the lead in that top of the 9th inning, and he's the player of the game. The single, and how about the stolen base too? Literally, it was in between pitches. He was able to go over to third base, dive in there safely, and then scored on the next pitch on the sac fly. He also had a beautiful throw over to first base on the little cue shot as well. It was when the Rockies had a runner over at third base, and that was clutch as well. He is the player of the game, and the Phillies come back and beat the Rockies 8-4. What a team, man. Great, great win by this team. You count them out, and they're not done. This team has everything that you want from a good quality team. Even when they get knocked down, they get back up. That's their mentality. That's how it goes for the Phillies this year. Their third come-from-behind win this week. It's great. Good stuff. They were down 2 times against the Mets in the 9th inning. The one game, they had to come back twice, and they lost. The other time, they won. They came back against the Nationals, being down 2-1, down to their final out. They were still able to do it. This team is relentless. One word to describe that win. CeeLo, baby, what's up? I will say it again. I hope we're healthy by July. It's going to be a heck of a series, JJ. We're coming after you, man. We're coming after those Braves. And I'm enjoying what this team is doing right now. If you don't enjoy this, I don't know what to say, man. I knew the Phillies and Pirates were both going to win today. Even in that 9th inning. Yeah, you did say that. You did say that. Stupendous is the word that you used to describe that game. I thought that this was a gutsy win. Gutsy. 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 This team fires me up. Let's go. Oh, man. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's a good way to describe it. Beautiful. Consistency, brotherhood, camaraderie, and consistent focus and practice their things like defense when hitting was already killing it. Cody Clemens tonight deserves some flowers too because he almost overran a play in that bottom of the 8th inning, and if he doesn't make that catch, if he overruns that, then that changes everything for that 9th inning. And the bullpen, I actually thought did a good enough job to hold them down. Sir Anthony did great today. Jose Ruiz, I love this guy. This is another older guy that the Phillies have just picked up off the streets, and he's just a really great bullpen piece. It's great. It's good stuff, man. Turnbull, I was fine with him coming for the 9th. Yeah, he gave up those 2 hits, but he strikes out the side, man. And I was really happy that he came in when he did. They were going to go to Strom if it was a closer game, but when Bryce Harper hit that shot, it was an outside pitch that he just took out to left field. Great. Man, 6 runs on 6 hits in that 9th inning. And Bud Black, man, my gosh, I used to have a lot of respect for him as a manager. Every time that he faces the Phillies, he is like screwed something up. First of all, you leave in, earlier in the year, you leave in your pitcher to have him be the pinch runner over at second base, and he scored, and then he hurt himself trying to get into home plate. That was a terrible move. I don't understand why, and I'm not here to, talk badly about the Rockies, but Beeks is pitching like the top of the 9th. Why is he out? I understand he's out there to face the lefty on lefty, but he gave up a hit, and he gave up a run like earlier, and I just thought that he went to Lawrence a little bit too late. What the heck? And he kept him out there, and the Phillies took advantage. Give them credit. Rob outcoached Bud Black tonight, and it was awesome. He killed it. He did. Great job, JJ. Joby, thank you so much for coming on here. The Rockies are 17-33. Ouch. Yep. Good job by those Fightins, man. It wasn't a good first 8 innings, but got to play all 9, and this team does that. Gutsy win again. A+ for the Phillies to just have that one inning of dominance. And they did it when they had to do it. This isn't the first time that they've done this. They've done this a lot of times this year. And that says a lot to me. That tells me that this team is not going to just go down without a fight. 3:05 or 3:10 tomorrow. 3:10 tomorrow, man. 3:10 tomorrow. Night all. Have good Phillies dreams. Great job by the Fightins, bro. I knew that the Jays and the okay. When it comes to baseball, my instincts are usually on point. I got you. I understand what you're saying. 3:10. All right. Sir, you're on tomorrow too. I'm tuning in, of course. I try not to miss a game. I try to give you guys the best content I can, you know? Me looking at Braves Rockies tickets because I know I can get them cheap in Colorado. I feel you. All right. I'm done. Great win by this team. The first 2.5 hours were slow, but that 9th inning was awesome. It's all we needed, man. We deserve this. We deserve to have this happiness right now. See you all tomorrow afternoon. I wanted to also just say one more time, really quickly. Phillies win 8-4. Jose Ruiz got his first win as a Philly. Congratulations to Jose Ruiz, by the way. He deserves a round of applause. Justin Lawrence now 1-3. And he got the loss today. Phillies at tomorrow will send Ranger Suarez on the mound, and he'll be facing Cal Quantrill. Ranger, let's hope he gets win number 10, man. Win number 10 from Ranger. That's what I want, and another series win. Get us to the 8th series win. That would be awesome. Phillies were also 4 for 8 tonight with runners in scoring position. So I'm happy about that. The Rockies were 3 for 13. Can't make this up, man. This team is unbelievable. All right, good night. Catch you on the next one. All right? See you all tomorrow. Unless you see me first. Adios.